Like I said last time, I'm not crazy about the color yellow as a lightsaber. I don't dislike it, it's just, wouldn't be my first choice. However, in between last video and this one, I kept thinking and I came up with something. If me and Davik switch our armors out, then all of a sudden, I become Bible Man. So I was just, I just tried looking up Bible Man to, try and, see if there's anything I could easily summarize him for anyone who's not familiar with who Bible Man is. One of, the recommended questions was, what denomination is Bible Man? And it just said, evangelical. But yeah, it was like this Christian TV show from the 90s or something, and it was like the guy, Bible Man, but he legit, I kid you not, he had a yellow lightsaber. It just straight up was a yellow lightsaber. I've never actually watched an episode of the show, but I actually had a Bible Man cape growing up. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna roll with this real quick. It came to me in a vision. It's just it's from the Lord. I gotta follow through on this. Speaking of follow through, I made my lightsaber. What do you want me to do next?
You have done extremely well in constructing your lightsaber, apprentice. Your crystal seems to have been set perfectly. It is rare indeed for that to happen the first time one constructs their lightsaber. These crystals are very rare, found only in certain caves strong in the Force.
Well, what can I say? I built a lot of Lego sets growing up.
There have even been unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves here on Dantooine that may hold these crystals.
Unconfirmed rumors of certain Force-sensitive caves. You guys know, you're the Jedi Order. You're stationed out here on this planet. You are a Jedi training facility, is what you specifically said. And you're telling me you can't be bothered to send someone out to see, maybe these crystals that are, critical to the Jedi, maybe they're here.
The Sith and Dark Jedi will seek to destroy you, apprentice. And you must prove yourself worthy in battle against a foe who also wields a lightsaber. Are you ready to face the final challenge, apprentice?
If I'm being completely honest, I have no recollection of what this third challenge is. But I am Bible Man, so I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
For every Jedi, the threat of the dark side is always present. You must truly understand this before you are accepted into the Order. You must see the corruption of the dark side for yourself. Even here on Dantooine, there are places where the dark side holds sway, twisting and tainting nature itself. The ancient grove once used for deep meditation by the Jedi is now tainted. A wave of darkness perverts the region around it. The Cathhounds in the area have become savage and ruthless. They have become a threat to the settlers, a threat the Jedi have promised to stop.
Oh no. Don't tell me we gotta deal with this right now. I still haven't decided how I want to deal with this. Don't tell me we gotta deal with Juhani right now.
The Cathhounds are but a symptom of the true problem. You must journey into the grove and confront the true source of the darkness. That is your task.
Look, you clearly got some sort of idea of what this darkness is. I have some sort of idea of what this darkness is, but I'm trying to get that ludonarrative dissonance going, so you know more than you're telling me, so just cough it up, man. Lying is a sin, after all.
Some things you must see for yourself. None of the other Jedi at the Academy are permitted to help you in this task. But remember this, my young apprentice. A Jedi acts with patience and care, and those on the dark path are not always lost forever. The dark side still taints the ancient grove. Your lessons cannot continue until the spreading corruption of the dark side has been stopped. This is your task, apprentice. May the Force be with you.
Hold on, no other Jedi can help me? No one. So, yeah, I'm just kind of spitballing here. Bastila couldn't come with me, right? Bastila, I got a great first date idea. You want to come help me fight the darkness as in the ancient grotto?
If you have questions, you should direct them toward the Jedi Council members.
Oh, I love it whenever you're cold and blow me off. Okay, what's a good combination? No, what's a combination I've never done before? I know, I'm going to take Canderous, and I'm going to take Mission. They seem like they're on, about as much of opposites as you can get. I don't think I've ever had these two companions in my party at the same time. Let's roll with this. Ah, man, just look out at that. That untamed wilderness. That, honestly, is a really unique biome for Star Wars. We haven't really gotten a whole lot of, kind of savannah-looking areas in Star Wars Plans 4. It's so peaceful, so tranquil. Wait a second, that's that son of a gun who got Steve Irwin. Come on, we're going after him. Yo, Nemo? Check it out, guys, I found him.
It is good sometimes to stop and reflect on the beauty of nature and the Force. I am sorry. I tend to get carried away. I do not believe we have met, apprentice. My name is Nemo. Is there something I can help you with?
You know, you strike me as a well-traveled individual. You've probably been to places like, I don't know, maybe Sydney, Australia, or if I had to make a second guess, probably like 20,000 leagues under the sea. Do you happen to know anything about where I'm going and what I could potentially deal with here? I know the council said that no Jedi are supposed to help me out, but I mean, come on, man.
The council has told you nothing of the Grove?
No, they kind of made a big deal about that, said I had to figure it out for myself, and that's why I'm here asking you.
Do not be so quick to judge circumstances about which you are ignorant. Not everything may be as transparent as you would believe.
Dang, I really forgot what a well-written Jedi looks like. You know what? Thank you. I'll keep that in mind. Oh boy, 2 named NPCs standing right in the middle of my pathway, looking like they're engaged in conversation. I'm about to get drawn into another argument, aren't I?
Greetings, friend. I think I can safely assume you are a member of the Jedi Order. Has the council agreed to hear our petition?
Yeah, what if I just said yes? What if I said, yo, yeah, no, they agreed. Why don't you, head on in there, see what they... Holy crap, Mission, did you just, like, appear behind me?
Does the council require our presence?
Look, man, I got no idea what you're even here for. I'm obviously, I should ask. Where are my manners? What do you even want to talk to the council about?
My name is Gar. Me and my fine wife, Rilke, here,
A pleasure.
live on one of the northern farms. But the cat hounds and the Mandalorian problem has been getting really bad of late, and we're here to ask the Jedi Council to help.
Mandalorians? Here? Outside of my party?
Ever since the Republic beat them years ago, little groups have been roaming all over the place.
They're pathetic. They're taking scraps when they should be taking worlds.
Dang, Canderous over here. No, they're worthless. They should be more ambitious. They should kill themselves now. Okay, well, we got a couple of tasks on our agenda. We gotta go check out what's going on in the Grove. That's obviously gonna be up first, and I don't know, I guess we gotta go ahead and deal with that. We got some Cath Hounds that have gone crazy, and then we've also got some Mandalorians, but I don't want to go out profiling Mandalorians without Karth, so we're going to hold off on that for the time being. Oh yeah, and the caves that the Jedi Council refuses to investigate. Let's add that to the checklist too. Oh gosh, not another named NPC. What quest do you have?
Are you a Jedi? How long can you people continue to sit by and claim you protect us, protectors? Ha! You sit in your enclave safe from the Mandalorians while we suffer.
Did you not overhear the checklist? I was good. The old man standing right there. He just told me about this. I'm gonna deal with it. We are Jedi. What we decide is right. Mandalorians, they were all beaten in the last war. What are you talking about? Oh my gosh, I have no good options to respond to this. Where's the one where I say, yeah, buddy, it's on my to-do list?
Those Mandalorian brutes have killed my daughter.
You should have protected her better. And you call yourself her father.
And what am I supposed to do against a dozen Mandalorians and Duros? Nothing. There was nothing I could do. They came to our land demanding our livelihood. But Ilsa, my Ilsa, said no.
Oh my gosh, only an idiot says no. Okay, listen, Candace was being a little blunt, but, like, you're her father. Did you do anything to protect her? I would imagine you did, but I mean...
There was nothing I could do. Too many of the Mandalorians and their Duros allies. I've come here to ask you, please, Master Jedi, stop these raiders and get revenge for my daughter.
Why did Jedi always have to be the actually people who are like, oh, well, I'm actually not a Jedi yet. I'm just a Padawan. I'm just an apprentice. Like, it happened in the Obi-Wan game. It's happened here. I have an option to say it right now. I could also say maybe you can make it worth my while, huh? You want me to go kill the guys who killed your daughters? What's it worth to you? Revenge is never a good reason. Okay, yeah, this is the typical Jedi response. I'm struggling how to respond to this guy here, because I don't know, man.
I beg of you, find the Mandalorian raiders and destroy them so my daughter can rest in peace.
Yo, man, look, I'm not gonna tell you or anything. I'm just saying this is kind of a weird place to park your land speeder. I'm sorry, did you not see like the Warhammer 40k gun that Canderous has just been toting around with them? One-handed, I might add. Yeah, you're telling me people can't shut up about it. Oh yeah? Well listen buddy, you gotta have something pretty unique and unexpected if I'm gonna buy anything from you. Holy crap, armor worn by Boba Fett's ancestor? And I'm almost 10,000 credits too short, holy crap. Okay, I gotta come up with some money and I gotta come up with some money fast. What the heck? Simba, is that you? Well, looks like it's time to put this lightsaber to good use. Come on, Mufasa, taste my blade. You're just mad because I chose to see Sonic in theaters instead. And those, ladies and gentlemen, were Kath Hounds. We're gonna be running into a couple of them from here on out, but first, Cure. I'm sorry, man, like everything else here looks like a relatively normal kind of like verdant plain, and then there's just a flying stingray in the background. Here we see the Kath Hound in its natural habitat. Fierce hunters, but loyal to the pack. Many locals report they are far more active as of late, but as you see, they still take time to lounge in the sun. But perhaps a nap is not the best thing to do when I have someone in my party capable of placing down landmines right on their beds. You see this? This is how you do big game hunting right here. Holy crap, these things hit hard. Okay. Their hides are tough, capable of withstanding landmines. Apparently. Come on, Canderous, you gotta be a better shot than this. Yeah, screw getting close to these things. I'm just chucking a grenade at it. I only did 10 damage? What? Oh, come on, guys. Do we really have to do this again? Alright, 3 grenades at once. Surely that'll do something. Oh my god! I didn't expect it to be that effective. Goodness, I forgot how hard it is navigating the wilds of Dantooine. So yeah, if you're not on the Jedi Temple grounds, it's just all flatlands like this. It's all just, well, maybe not flatlands, there are hills. I guess grasslands would be the more appropriate term. Forgive me for not being up on my topography. But yeah, I'm trying to think. I want to say it's like in my memory. I want to say it's almost like there's 2 perpendicular lines. It's like the temple is down here, and then there's like 2 rows of 3 sub-areas for us to explore. Something like that. The problem is, I think like all of them are connected to each other, and then there's like, you know, they all kind of look, it's the same biome everywhere. It's packs of Kath Hounds, the occasional like ranch or something, so getting around might be a little bit of an issue. For me, of course, not for you. I'm just gonna cut around whenever I find where I need to go. Oh, and where I needed to go was literally right above me. Okay, maybe it's gonna be easier than I thought. Okay, here it is. It's the grotto. Look, okay, I don't hate this section. I don't. I really don't. I actually think it's a very good inclusion. I just don't really like what we get out of it. And what we get out of it, or rather who we get out of it, is that individual right there.
I will be your doom!
You know, I'm realizing I really should have healed myself after that Kath Hound fight. Alright, come on. Lightsaber, lightsaber. Oh, holy crap, she is strong. Yeah, you're taking it like a champ, Canderous. Just keep it up. Okay, come on, I got this, I got this. Just hit her with enough flurries. Oh, it failed! Haha, my constitution! Man, we just keep spamming each other with flurries, like, over and over again. That's all the fight is.
You are strong. Stronger than me, even in my darkness.
Yep, I'm strong, baby. Oh, I can feel my lungs filling with fluid.
I am Juhani, and this is my grove. This is the place of my dark power. This is the place you have invaded. When I embraced the dark side, this is where I sought my solace. It is mine.
Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this one... Oh, my ribs. Oh, this one right here. She's the reason for all the dark side that's going on here. She also is potentially a companion, but if I'm being honest, she is my least favorite because I think she's one of the least interesting. Even with that being said, she's still actually a pretty neat character, I'm not gonna lie.
When I slew my master, Quatra, I knew I could never go back. And now I revel in my dark power. Power enough to crush the life from someone such as you. Or so I had thought.
Could you please, like, speak above a whisper? I got this giant thing on my head covering up my ears. I can barely register what you're saying. Also, wait a minute, you killed your master? Why'd you say your name was Quattro or something?
Yes. I struck her down in the middle of training, consumed by my anger, embracing the power of hate. But it was not enough. What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
Oh, my vision's going blurry. Okay, listen, the council sent me to cleanse the taint from this grove.
The council has sent you here to kill me. Why, then? When you bested me so easily, did you not simply finish your task? Is it not apparent that I can never be saved?
Well, to be perfectly honest, the reason we stopped is because the game decided that we were done fighting. But yeah, so yeah, here we are. Also, yeah, no, the council never said to kill her. They just said remove the taint. And in fact, they kind of very heavily implied that I should go about saving her. Okay, so here's the way this works. Juhani here is the only optional companion in this game. At least I think so, and maybe I'm forgetting something. I guess HK-47 might be up. No, because you need him to talk with a Tusken Raider. Well, I guess you could also kill the Tusken Raider. But then he's a darkside companion, so I don't know, man. I'm just going to say she is. Just correct me if I'm wrong. It's just more common. Here's the deal. We have to remove this taint. We either do that by killing her or by bringing her back to the light. If we save her, she becomes our, 7th companion? If we kill her, then we're locked out of her as a companion because, you know, she's dead. And I always honestly flip back and forth on whether I save her or take her with me because, I don't know, man. She just doesn't click with me the way that, like, my other companions do. You know, like every other companion we've run into. Like, you know, you've got the mission in Zalbar. They're pretty notable, and also one of them has some pretty significant events happen to him later on. Canderous, he's not only in this game, he shows up in the next game as a companion too. And, you know, he's just the link to the Mandalorians. He's a very interesting and unique character. Karth, we have him from the outset. Need I say more? And you like, Karth is probably the most realistic and fleshed out of our companions. Bastila makes me feel things, and then we also get one other Jedi companion later in this game, who is just so much fun to have around. Oh yeah, and then there's the droids. But Juhani? I don't know. She's... The most interesting thing about her is this the first time we meet her, and then there's really nothing else that comes out of it. That's not entirely true. There is one thing that comes out of it, and it's more notable if you do kill her, then there's some consequences later on with another character, because here's the other thing about her personality. She's a lesbian. At least I'm pretty sure it's like confirmed in this game that she is. But that alone doesn't make you an interesting character. That doesn't make you an interesting person. The most interesting part about her is right here and right now. And there's really no discussion about this, is there? Oh man. I have to, man. I have to save her. Why? Why am I even discussing this? Why am I mulling this over? I made a whole 45-minute video going over biblical themes in Star Wars. I wore this armor to match this lightsaber specifically so I can be Bible man, and there's nothing more biblical than the idea of redemption. Juhani here has made a terrible mistake. And she's also has proven herself willing to kill me and my companion. Like, did you see what she was doing to Canderous? That man was frozen in place, and she was like, I'm gonna get a little bit of this forearm, cut that off right there. Look, man, she's got some serious issues. But of course we don't want to kill her. We want to help her. We're going to help her. I'm Bible man after all. Juhani, I have no desire to kill you, and I really hope my persuade skill is high enough where you believe that.
Lies. Leave me and come back when you have the courage to finish your task.
Okay, so it's gonna be like that, is it? We're gonna try this one more time. I'm not giving up on you. I'm Bible Man.
What is it you want? Why do you bother me?
I just want to talk. Let's have a conversation about this.
Talk. You who have beaten me so easily just want to talk? I do not believe it. Kill me now while you still have the power.
Look, I understand that at the moment you have a lot of self-loathing going on. Which is understandable. They did design you to look like an 80s anime cat girl. I would be kind of pissed off too. But I do not hold any anger towards you. I wish for peace. You know, it's kind of in the Jedi code and whatnot.
Not anger. Peace. Yet even with your naive attitude, you managed to beat me.
Okay, first off, naivety doesn't come into it. I can just swing the stick harder than you, okay?
I am pathetic. I sit here and think myself to be great by embracing the dark side, but I am nothing. There is no way I could be turned back. I always thought they held me back, or jealous of my power. This is only because I was not good enough to meet their standards. I never have been.
Listen, Juhani, you are never too far gone. I mean, for crying out loud, this series literally showed on camera a guy killing a whole bunch of kids, pretty much genociding a whole religious order, and then at the end of the series, we're still like, yeah, that guy gets forgiveness. Look, I may not be the real Bible man, but I'm dressed as him, and something that he would do is he would quote Bible verses, usually in the middle of a lightsaber duel. It was really cool, by the way. But Luke 17:3 and 4 say, if your brother sins, rebuke him. You know, you did something wrong, you gotta point that out. But if he repents, forgive him. And if he sins against you 7 times in the day, and turns to you 7 times saying, I repent, you must forgive him. Now listen, I get it. There's a lot of people who just don't put a lot of stock in the Bible. Heck, we're in a galaxy far, far away. That thing doesn't even technically exist. Again, ludonarrative dissonance. And the fact of the matter remains, you did something very bad. You literally, took someone's life. There's consequences for that. That is not a good thing to do. At the same time, you're showing a whole lot of remorse about it. It's pretty easy to see you want to do what's right. You just think you're too far gone to be able to possibly do that. And I'm here to make you real. Holy crap, I didn't realize how, oh my gosh, that's a terrible response. No, we're not picking that dialogue option. Here, this one, a lot wiser. The first step on the path to true knowledge is knowing that you are ignorant.
I seem to still have much to learn, both about being a Jedi and about myself. But I wish the cost of my ignorance had not been so high. I wish that my master had not suffered because of me.
Well, compelling argument, I suppose. There's no hope. I must kill you. Persuade option is not your fault. No, it absolutely is her fault. She gave in to an impulse. That's like a impulse that had a lot of consequences. You gotta have some control over your emotions. Even still, first off, the Force allows her to live on and whatnot, but life is a learning experience. And look, when bad things happen, you're either gonna keep doing them or you're gonna learn from the mistake you made.
But learning does not have to end in death. It was I who hurt her. I who killed her. Her suffering is my fault alone. Leave me to my pain.
You just gotta accept that it takes the perfect amount of dialogue choices. Why is this such a realistic interaction? Maybe I'll say even in death the Force will allow her to live on. I don't want to say this persuade. It is her fault, but well, I don't know, man. I guess that's what we have to say. Still, I'm gonna try this one first.
If she were alive now, there would be so much I would say to her. So much I would apologize for. How can the Council ever take me back with what I have done? Striking my master down in anger is unforgivable.
Okay, now I'm starting to get what Jesus meant whenever he said that if you're angry with your brother, you've already committed murder in your heart. Except, it wasn't in your heart, it was in her heart, which is probably where you stabbed the lightsaber. But yeah, show them that you freed yourself from this base passion. That's the whole thing about the Jedi. There's no passion, there's peace. There's no anger, I'm getting the code wrong. Look, you get what I'm trying to say.
If I show them I am free of passion, that I am serene, that I am willing to forsake the dark side, and maybe, just maybe, they would accept me back. Do you think they would? Could it be possible after what I have done?
Listen, this Jedi Order thing ain't exactly perfect. They're gonna make plenty of mistakes. They have made plenty of mistakes. But they seem really open to the idea of letting you come back. Again, they didn't tell me to kill you. They seem to make it very clear that my goal was to try and persuade you back. This has taught me a lot about myself as well. It reminds me of why I took on the mantle of Bible Man. But of course they would accept you back.
I thank you. Master Jedi.
Actually, I'm not a Jedi Master, I'm just an apprentice.
I will return to the Council then. I shall submit myself to their judgment and hope they will forgive me. Again, I thank you. I am sure I will hear great things about you in the future.
And there she goes, off to run all the way back. Hopefully she can deal with some Kath hounds while she's out there. Good for her. Good for her. Now, do you want to know something that's truly messed up, Candace? The fact that before I realized we were going to deal with her today, I was 100% going to leave her fate up to a community poll. Could you imagine? Oh man. I think I got some issues.